As I was saying yesterday, I really don't care much about how much we do. I care more about make me the question and why I am being like a pushy and what do we know and all the thing. Because soon you will go to interviews, and as a junior developer, I am not expecting you to write code. I am expecting you know the concept or what to use in some specific cases, how to read that code and just to comment and ask questions. Please, the most important skill that you have as a junior developer is the curiosity. Then ask me anything. If you lose uh, this fear to us, you will be fine. Why? Because everything else is just to write the code that you can even use ChatGPT. I will tell you something. At work, you will maybe you just go to ChatGPT and okay, I need to implement a context API, and I will say act as a React developer and give me the step and and give me the step by step to implement the context API. And can you please, for example, tell me why is good the context API versus Redux in not a big uh, projects. And then ChatGPT will start just giving to you the thing, whatever you are doing here, the context, the state, and all the information that you have is not that important. Like simplicity, less boilerplate, easy to use, performance. Look, this we have it over there. Redux advantage and everything. What I want is the most important skill that you need to develop is ask questions and ask the right questions and express yourself. Everything else is just implementation. And the implementation, you have ChatGPT, you have documentation. First thing, first documentation, then ChatGPT. Why? Because the documentation, you have a lot of information that sometimes you don't know what to ask, then the documentation is better. You go to the documentation, and then when you have an idea what you want, you come to the ChatGPT or any other tool, and you start asking your question. Now, I can just simply see what I needed. Look, this is the context. Yesterday, we were talking with Joanna about higher order component. We have here, look, for example, we have here the component that is my provider. Take some information, that is the function that get the children are in this case another component. And here we are returning one component with this component, but this component has access to the state and the set state that you are adding over there. Just it's like a higher order component, a component that get a component, return you that component, but with something extra. And that is called higher order component. It is just a way to be doing it. And here is saying, oh, look, wrap your provider, consume the context API, and all of those things. Implementation is basically not that important. And this one, you will do it everywhere. We use these tools. You can see here, look, I am using it. I am asking question every time. Why? Because there are too much information that you cannot manage. My brain has limited space of memory. I think like a human being, we can remember 7 things at the maximum. And I am talking like a this chess player that they are brilliant with their mind. Maybe my brain can handle 3 or 4 things at the same time, maximum, in my full concentration phase. Then that is my main advice that I want you to understand. No one is that smart that remember every single thing that you have. Yeah? I just want you to keep in mind that in the interviews, that is main reason why I am asking you all the time or telling you a lot of information that sometimes you may feel this guy is just speaking garbage. Not precisely. I am just saying like that information is important for your knowledge. If you have those small uh, knowledge, those small like snippets of knowledge in your brain, then you can combine it and create something more complex for you. Yesterday we were working here into the main. We created the router, and I will just say here, and this is the terminal, npm run dev. And yesterday we finished, okay, npm run dev. Okay, here we have it. And we finish with this one, and it was the shop, the contact at the home. Nothing more, right? Yesterday we implemented that part. Today, I want to show some products and implement a shopping cart. That's it. Because we selected and I want you to see me making mistake, looking for information and solving the things on the fly. I can just get a project and just copy, have two screens and just be copying for one screen. But I prefer you to see me failing like that is happening in my everyday job. That is why I let you yesterday to select which apps you want to be using. Okay, for today, let's start with something. And let's start getting, in this case, the products. And we will just take it like this fake shop API. Yeah. Like not something. Well, look, here is another one. Okay, let me see. Oh, let's use this one. It's just funny to use another one. Ah, look. Ah, this is a smaller. Let's use this one. The API, there are two things. The majority of time here, we are working with API that they don't require authorization, okay? Most of the time, you will be working with tokens of authorization. It will very depend of your company. Then I will suggest you as an extra reading, then you read like a JavaScript tokens. That is here is GWT. Okay. Yeah. I will just suggest you to read it. How to use GWT. Okay. Here. Just read it. It's just some information. Think about that. What you are basically sending is your password and some information. Here it will be and help you to authorize. Like for example, when you open your email, you put a password and something, it's just how you get authorization and see if like you have the rights to use that information. You can just look for any video on YouTube and it will be fine. It will be fine. Uh, there are different, I think like into your project, you are using Firebase, right? And you are using the authorization of Firebase, if I'm not mistaken. The
Yeah.
same stuff.
Yes.
Same stuff. You see, like you are getting some information, right? Like you get like your user, your key, a token, and all those things. You put it, then you send that information. You send a function, and that function say like yes, you are authorized. And now you can start sending the request. That part is the same basically in any application that you're using. It's just a standard way to do it. For today, we are just using this one. Doesn't have any authorization. Okay. Uh, the majority of time, calling information from the API, you will have some hook, like just fetch, right? Just fetch dot TSX. I am all the time saying yeah, GSX. I just got used to from these projects. And hook is just a function. It's just a function that allow me to use the state. Then we'll just import something from React. And what I will import? Let's import just one state. Use a state, right? And use a state. I just wanted to have that state, and I will import something. If I'm not mistaken, yesterday, we were using in this case to get the I don't remember which one we selected yesterday. Axios, okay. And we say fetch information with Axios, like with Axios. We need to get these Axios. Okay, fine. Not a big thing that we will be just doing it. We already installed it. And here I will just import that Axios stuff. Import Axios from Axios. And we are good to go, right? Actions similar to fetch, just with superpowers. We can do more things than that. Very simple, nothing more. And we say, okay, we can say cons as we want. Cons, use fetch will be equal to something. And then we just have the function. And we can just export, right? And I will just export. And we just, what do we do? Okay, we get Axios, for example, and we say cons, we can just say, hey, okay, Axios. Axios what? Get. Okay, cool. Something, and this is just I want you to, here is the API that we are using. Most of the time in utilities, here when we have utilities, we can have something like called, for example, cons dot ts, right? And we use something like a URL to fetch. Let's say cons URL to fetch URL to fetch data from a store. Okay, the name sucks. I know it, but it's not that what is important. When you are using something that is a constant that never change, it will always be in uppercase. Okay, like for example, when is a real constant, this will never change. Then we have a constant. Okay, that's it. Let's say it let's say API products. Maybe that makes more sense, I think. Then you have from utilities, you can have this file that is cons, when you will have all the constant that you need into your application. Most of the time, you can have things that never change, like values or whatever. For example, if I needed something like a pi, I will just have it here, and I will have like the value something. If it will never change, I suggest you to have it over there. Why? Because what happened is sometimes you can misspell that thing. If you need this constant in another page, you can misspell it. And with this one, I avoid that problem. And we are right here, and we just say here, I import, and And what I will import, I will just import the API products that I have here. And I say, hey, Axios, get what? Okay. You know, Axios get these API products. And then, then what? Then you will get a response. Okay. And what's going on with that response? Okay, that response in this case, that response will have some data, and I can just for now just say console log, response, and inside this response, you have all this information. These headers, status, data, and all of the things is coming from Axios because we are using TypeScript. Everything that you are seeing here, even though I am not adding types, is TypeScript. Why? Because Axios is a library that is already written in TypeScript. Then everything is TypeScript. If you see these API products, it's saying it's a constant, the type product, and we don't have any inconvenience. And we can just say like at the data, right? The data. And then you have it. For I will suggest you all the time, use a catch, and we just have an error, and we just console log the error. Console log error. With error management, with the error management, it's something very interesting because sometimes this error management can be managed in different ways, but the most common is like we just show some information. The use state, we will just get these cons, right? We just we'll just say cons. We have some information, and we having this information, we just say, for example, products, and set products, they are equal to use state, and this use state is just an array, and this data, we will add it into the products. It's very likely that here, our TypeScript get a little bit angry. I love that it's giving me, in this case, this error. Now we have the set product and everything. This product is getting as a, okay, fix products. Okay, this product, if I return it, I return it, and I will just return it like this, products. It's saying that it's a never. Yes?
This Axios is already asynchronous, right? We don't need to use async await for him.
No, because here we are just using these callbacks. Then it's already making the call, not needed.
Okay. Okay.
Because we are using. But this is a very good question that we have to be here. Then we have the information, everything is arriving, all the data. And let's go, for example, to our page where we will use it. We have here in pages, we will go to shop. Just for now, we will just say import something, and we just say use fetch that we have it from the hooks, and we say cons data equals to all products, right? Products will be equals to use fetch, just fetch, and there we have it. And let's just solve the console, the log products. Okay. Let's see what we have it over here. Say we inspected the console. We refresh it. The cookie is blocked. There are more localhost 1. Let me just see here, Mario. Because I am not in shop, right? Well, we have to go to shop, and there you have. And look what beautiful thing what we have here. What is going to happen here? Let me just look. The state, in this case, let me go to the shop. And in this case, just fetch is creating something very beautiful here. Let me just refresh that thing. Okay. We are fetching the data. Just fetch. We have it here. We are returning the products. What happened?
You are setting state again and again, I think. And we're rendering. I thought we will use effect, but it's not here.
Yeah, do we need to create state in shop TSS?
We are using it here. We are using the fetch. The just fetch is calling here. This is rendering.
Yes. And he's gonna read again that Axios get. He wanna change state change it to render. Again, Axios get, I think. Like
Okay. Then we use this case, use one use effect, and this use effect will have here one entrance, right? It will just run one time, and we take this guy here inside, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's save it. And there it is. Let's investigate what happened, because the solution is correct. Would you mind to, Victor, to explain me what was happening here without the use effect? Let me remove the use effect.
Yeah. So when we are trying to get the promise with Axios, we get the promise, we change our state. So when we change our state, we're gonna render that component. So and every rendering, he is gonna get promise again and again. So that was the circle.
That makes sense for you, Joanna, Kai?
So excuse me, what was the question? So why it's so re-rendering again?
Look, I will just show you this. This is what is happening here. Now, and let me just put it in use effect. Let me refresh it. And now it's just 2 times, right? It just console logging here, and I think like I don't need to console log this guy over here. It's absolutely unnecessary to have that double stuff. Yeah, that is all right. Why now? Why before it was calling, and now stop doing that?
It was having side effects from the fetching the data.
Okay, let me just ask you again here. I'm sorry for being that pushy today. Would you mind to explain me what is happening here? Can you just read this code? and explain it to me what is happening.
It's calling the API, then
Uh-huh.
getting the response, and then getting the JSON file response and setting it to the, okay, setting data to the set products.
Stop there. And what happened when you set data into one state?
So rendering,
And what is going to happen after that rendering?
and then when render, it's calling again Axios again and again rendering and again, okay. That's why it's so calling fetching data again and so rendering again, and yeah, cycle.
That's it, because all the hooks, and if the state change, the hook get rendered again. And if it gets rendered, in this case, it's happening again and again. Now, we just have it here. Here I have, let me see, do I have some console log error? Console log, okay. Is saying the shop here. Okay, let me just go in over here. Let me just refresh it. Okay, let me just console log this guy here. And here we have we have the information and it's rendered in this case. Let's not go over the performance that we are having it over here. Let me just for now, let's go here. Let's remove this guy that we have over here. I have one question. This is an array, right? This is an array. Okay. This is an array, the product, but the type is never. Okay, let me try to render those products. Product.map, and then here I will have product. And let's say that I want to get something for product. And I don't have anything over there. The idea of having TypeScript, is that the autocomplete is working again. Okay. It's coming up. Then we need to type this use state. Someone in this case, okay, let's go here. This use state, I can type it saying that this is an array. It's an array, right? So far, so good. Now it's an array, but I want this to be an array or something. Let's create the type. And we just say type product, and the type product will be equal to, in this case, something. And how you type the thing? It's very simple. You go and see what you have. For example, here I have an ID. And this ID is a number. Okay, ID is number. It's a number. Okay, then I say this is an array of, this is an array of product. Look what is going to happen here. I will go to the shop and look this product that I have here. If I press dot, now I have the ID. Why? Because now the types as arriving from the state. The state exists into the type, that is the type product. This is not an object. This is an, in this case, a type. And the type is just the shape. It's just the shape of this information. Now I have title, and this is a string. Then let's continue here. A price is a number. And look what's happening here.
Mario, in this case, do we need to put list all the properties which we are receiving, or only what we need to use?
I would suggest you to add all because that is what you are bringing. I will
Okay.
suggest you to add, but you can, you could not to add them. You could omit that part
Okay, just we can skip them, but we need to have
because
them.
you will forget it. Believe me that you will forget what you have it, and it's better to know everything that you have it.
Oh,
Then
okay.
you have this number, then you have a description,
Mm.
then you have a description. And what is the description? And the description is a string. And then when you have a description, oh look, we have images. Okay. When you
Okay.
and what is the image? Images is an array.
Mm.
An array of what? All of strings. And you just say a string.
Okay.
Then you say creation at is a string. Then you have updated at is also a string.
Why it's not used so date type here?
Because the majority of the time you are bringing, if you see it, this is a string, it's not date. You will have to transform it into date time in order to
Okay.
use it.
So
Yeah,
I need
but
to get string and so change it to date.
yes, because here's come the thing. Can I ask you something? Which are the data type exists in JavaScript?
String, so no date.
Not date. Yes, that is one of the main reasons why we don't have it. I mean, it doesn't really exist.
Okay.
Then we have a category. And this category in this case is an object. It's an object that has ID, name, how would you say? ID, that it will be in this case a number. Then you have in this case name, that is a string. Here come the thing. If you see it, this one is an object that is a data type. The majority of time you will take it out and you will say type T category will be equals to this one, this information that you have here, and category is the type category. And now you are making subdivision of the, because maybe in the future you will just need to extract this category and you don't need anything extra. It's normal. Everything, as I say all the time, is something that can be changed. Look here, we have it. Creation at, updated at is the same stuff here. Creating at, updated at. Then
So Mario,
okay.
why you are putting type T category in there, but not T product? Okay, you are changing it to T product.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is not a specific way to name it, but it's very common to use T that is type and product. It's very common to do. And now look what is going to happen here. I say product dot, and if I go to category, and if I go to inside category, I have all the properties that the A exists. If I try to say something like a document, this one will say, hey, that doesn't exist. This one is already giving you some pluses that you don't have in other way. That is the only advantage that you have to TypeScript, because you can apply it. Or I will show you something else. Let's say that here look, I added ID. Here, I have all the properties or all the things that I can add it because ID is a number. I can say it exponential, fixed, to string. Look, if I say in this case images, you have character add, include, locate, match, normalize. Look, you already have all the and the same if I say name. And if I did look in thread, something, you are already having the opportunity to access to the properties that that data type has. And you just reduce it, the amount of option that you have it. And you are avoiding that maybe you want to find something that doesn't exist. You are just avoiding that in that specific moment.
Mhm.
That is the idea of TypeScript. It's just making a contract between I have this, I will be working with this, I can do things I cannot do with another one. There is nothing more. TypeScript is just that, but it's so complicated when it is not doing properly. It's just taking some time and explain what do you have and what do you want.
So when will be using a use state with TypeScript, we need to put data type there, right? Now everything.
Yeah, because if you don't add it, this is going to work, but look what is happening here. If I say products, I don't have idea what I have there. Then I have to go here and, okay, I want something else, right? And if I declare, I am making a contract. I say, this state product has those properties. Then the IntelliSense is giving you the properties that you told. Hey, IntelliSense, this state contain this one. Then the TypeScript say, okay, then you have this one, you can use this one.
So
And
now, now when we will be creating any hook, do we need to identify data type for that hooks?
the majority of time, yeah, the majority of time, yes, mostly when they are okay. The data types, there are two things that you have to be careful when you are using an state and when you are using a function, because the function usually is transform data. If you are transforming data, you have to know what you are getting it and what you are returning it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And the other one, sometimes you use, remember, the important part of a front-end developer is data. What do you want? What do you have? What do you transform? And what you give back? Three things. But it's just data. We don't do anything. If you see the backend store data. We transform data depending of depending of the action that the user performed. The user ended, the user sent the money, the user passed from one place to another place, and we are controlling that part. We control when the user, for example, you want to make a transfer in, I don't know, Western Union. You add all your data, we get that data, and we tell maybe we get it in a way that is easy for the user to return it, but to the backend, maybe we are sending he already log in, the money that he has, that we authorize those stuff, and then the backend take it and save that data. That is the thing. We are also important, believe me or not.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay, please finish that part and we will continue. I'm not sure if you are here. I would like you to type it just for you to see it, what is going on, all the
Do we
different.
need to create another data file for type, or just save it inside the file?
Yes or not. For example, this one is not too much. I can keep it here, but if you like, if you want, because we can just have it here, and you can have for example, types.ts. and you can just say it here. And what you are going to do is, for example, export, and export. That is the only thing that we do it. And here you are exporting. Now you arrive and you import. What you import? You import in this case T category and T product. Actually, just T product because T category is using just over there.
Mhm.
And it's absolutely the same. There is no difference in the organization of your code. If you ask me, we don't have too much data. I will keep it in one file. Why? Because it's easier for me just to see it. If I
Yep.
put it
Yep.
outside, I
I
put it
agree.
outside. If I will use it in more than one file, I will use it in more than one file, I put it outside.
Okay.
It will be used just in this file. Why to bother? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just use it here.
Okay.
For now, I will just add it here for now, just because it will be easier for you to copy. Joanna, how we are going?
Hi Mario, good. I'm not able to code right now. I'm just like following. It's
Okay.
interesting. I was thinking if we have like a much bigger object, we have to type all this by ourselves, right?
Yeah, or X is another way, but it will depend the backend. Sometimes the backend provide you with the data types, but it is more the way of working, right? It's the way to work. For example, our backend, they usually send us, so that we have a library with all these data types and we use it. But the inconvenience is this: not all the time what the backend is sending to you is what do you need it. And sometimes you will need to transform that data type in something that fit more the front end model. And in those cases, you have like a parsing, right? Like a placing this data into another model of data that is more suitable for you. But
Oh, okay.
Mario, yeah, when we didn't set that type for our data, we couldn't see like properties, right? ID or other properties name.
yeah,
With setting type, we saw it. Is it only like подсказка, yeah? Is it just подсказка, or I mean, even if I will not set that types, but I am gonna provide that ID, will I get access?
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter because, for example, just to answer your question that I think is very valid, let's just go here. Let me remove this one because I am not doing anything, and that is absolutely correct. This one, and let's say it in shop, and I will say ID, right? TypeScript will be arguing, but if we go to our application, it's giving me the error, right? Like, okay. Unexpected token in the line 7. Okay, just let me see a map. Okay. ID.
Closing.
Do
Curly braces, maybe closing.
I close it here. I close it
Oh,
here. Yeah. Map. Mm, mm, mm. Do you remember how to use map in JavaScript? I think like I have an error here.
No,
no,
Mario,
I think Mario, you need to close curly braces after the parenthesis in line 7
yeah,
for the
you
top
it's for main
function.
function.
For the main function.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to correct here. Okay. Cool. And then there are, I mean, I know that is looking very bad, but let me just add here some divs just to put it in one line, everything here, right? We have it here, and I will just add this one just to put it in one line, everything. Look. It's absolutely fine,
Mm,
Victor. I mean, these are all the, as we say, but he is telling me something. Look, doesn't exist in never. Why? Because I didn't define it. TypeScript is supposed, right? That we define what we are using. And now the error doesn't exist. And is even though it's the same, right? There is no difference. Because at the very end, everything gets transformed into JavaScript. In JavaScript, we never define what do we have it over there. This one is just helping you to, I don't want to have problems. That's it. Nothing more.
yeah, I see.
Okay. I would like you to finish. There is someone coding?
I don't code actually.
Yeah, I wanted to look at the shop. Fine.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then I know that we are doing it over there. Okay, fine. We have the information. Let's just make it as simple as possible. I will not be complaining with too many things. We have that div, and in that div, I will just say image. And what do we have it in this case? The image have like a, what is had the EMG, or is just image? How we add an image into the HTML?
just image or in HTML.
Yes, in HTML, just the simple HTML. What do we have it?
IMG.
IMG, okay. Okay, EMG, IMG, and what else?
The
Uh,
attribute SRC.
SRC, perfect. And we know it, right? That product has in this case images, and the images is an array. Then in this case, I can just take the image in the position 0. Let's just add, for example, let's say the span, right? They would just add one span, and this span we will have the product, and here I will just add the product, and here I can get some information, the title. Let's add in that moment, for example, one H2 is absolutely irrelevant to what I am saying here, and I will just say product dot price, and I will just add one button. This button will be something like a add to cart. And for now, we will just say it cons, we'll just say it something like a on click, it will be doing something, and it will be just a console.log, and I will just getting all the products. I will just say product, console the product. That is what I have here. The image is not showing me. That's it. Because look, images SRC is not correct. Is
It's in the array.
how?
No?
Let me see images. Let's see in this case, what do we have it? If we see it, we have an string. Okay, images, a string. Let's console log that. Console.log product dot. We need to pass it here, right? Let's say like this. Product dot images dot 0. Let's see what we have it over there. It's giving me one beginning of one. Let me just go with the number 1. You see what we have? I think like the zero has some inconvenience. Let's just pass the number, the first one. Uh-huh. Interesting.
I think it should be 0, right? Index 0.
No. Let me just see this guy here. I think it's correct. Ah, look, they're saying quote. The image is correct. The image is correct. Product SRC. It's quite correct. Just we have some inconvenience. Let me just console log this one. Let me just see. Console log. And I want to see this one. No, you know what? Just show me what we have here. Let's just see it.
Oh yeah, inside the string it has inside the this is
I
back.
don't see a backticks, right? Okay.
Back. So
Okay. Let me just okay. Let me just add the backticks. Maybe. We still have this is like some product backticks. I think like we need something like this, right? Okay. And I need a dollar symbol. But we have double this.
no,
Is it
inside the array we have some kind of symbols in the beginning. So can you look at that on
okay. Let me see. Console.log.
Yeah,
And I will just look at here. Console. Okay, okay. Let me just say. What is called these things? This is called. Double
Quotes?
quote, right?
Quotes, double
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, okay. Okay, there are different ways. By the way, I am just Googling right now. Okay, as always, I'm just Googling. And they are saying that we can replace it. We can replace it with a regex. I'm not doing anything else. Just I will copy this. I will put it to this guy over there and see what's going on. Oh, look, it's getting even worse. Okay, didn't work. Let's just look here. Then let's ask ChatGPT. How can I remove double quote from an string in JavaScript? Replace, they are saying? Okay. Let's see this one. Okay. And I think I don't need this guy, and I don't need this guy.
No, you just need that after index before replace.
This one. Okay, didn't work too. What you were telling me in this case, Victor?
No, I just was talking about replace, that's all. And I don't know, replace cannot read replace. I don't know.
Yeah. Does replace. No, but exists here. Exists images. This one is not going to work here, and I have to. Okay. What do you think if you take a break and I will just look around what's going on over here? Because this yeah, there are these symbols, right? Okay, that is interesting. I think I could use this one, but I want to use this one. Then what I will do is yeah,
Image only one array, right?
yeah,
Not 2 or 3, okay.
yeah, because this I think, if I'm not mistaken, what this guy is doing it is like let me just say this is there is something that is called JSON parse. Maybe you just let me do something like this. JSON dot parse, and I will just
So Maria, can you try to use that regex which I sent with to remove it?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's a different regex
Uh-huh.
for the images.
Just
Okay.
let me. Just I have curiosity here. Oh, look. I knew it that it will make the trick. I am using parse. What is happening here is not all they have the same, but the majority have the image 0, right? What is happening is this. If you see it here, what is arriving here, they have inside the array, they have that string. This one is absolutely unnecessary, but this is part of the API. And what I am doing is taking everything that is inside and passing it into an, in this case, this is just an string and I am converting it into JavaScript. Then that allow me to enter to that specific element that we have it over there. For example, this one has an image. This one has an image. And let me see what is bringing this any. There is nothing. That is why some they don't have image. Let me just go with the one that Kai sent it to me. But this one is also maybe. I think this one may give me one error. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's working too, Kai. It's doing basically the same. Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but looks like we don't have some images, right?
No, but it's not the is the API that doesn't have those images.
Yeah. I mean,
They are
bed data API.
yeah.
Mm.
There it is. Yep. Cool. No, yeah. Then we have the information, and we have this one. We have this one. Let's just see it. What's going on? If I press this one, look, there is the tomato. Oh, look, there is the tomato. Look, there is the tomato. Oh, look, there is the tomato. The other stuff there. The only thing that we need to do is right now, when I press add to cart, it will go to a context, and the context will be our cart. Then we find a way to present our cart elements, and after that is just basically just working with how can I say it? It's just working with CSS to make it beautiful. Maybe so far question. Please, Vector, don't ask me what is happening here. Redux, Redux for me is something that I just Google it, and when I add it, is quite complex, this Redux. But as I understand that here is saying replace all these characters with
Until,
nothing.
yeah, between these, but it's not my business, yeah. I know.
No. I am just saying, like, when I need to use Redux, I usually read it and try to figure it out how to do it. But it's something very unusual that I have to even to fix it or to work on it. Do you want break or we just continue? It's up to you.
Yeah, we can take a break.
Okay. Do we have any questions so far?
I don't have.
Okay. Then we will right now take 10-minute break. Let's take 12 minutes. Is Saturday. We take 12 minutes, and when we return, we will apply this context API to make the car. Then maybe we make like a drawer, right? That is showing or not showing these products that we have over there. We see what we can do later. Then see you in 12 minutes.
We'll do all these stuffs inside component and use that component in this page. Because you said,
We can do.
I mean,
can do.
I didn't get how to use the pages. If you, I thought the idea was like create every components and push in page that components what you want to show by clicking some.
Oh, we can. Yeah, but we can.
I mean, I don't want to say like do that. I just
They are quite little, and I honestly first thank you for reminding me, but I just pass it because basically all of these are just component. We can just take this one, for example, just to say it right. We can take all of this one. That is the one that we have here. We can take this one. This coming from here. We can go just to components. And in components, we can create like a product, cart, and in the product cart, in the product cart, we just create like a product cart, dos TSX.
Card, it's a card with D or with T?
With D.
Okay, D, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with D.
Yeah.
React functional component. We just say it, product card. We basically return this element. First, we started import. And we imported. We import this one. We import this one. We import this one, and we import this one. The product is arriving here because that is what we get it. The product, and here comes the thing. What type is product? Okay, we import the product, and we just say it. Okay, the product is equal to, in this case, the type. In this case, we just say like a type. The props will be equals to the products equals to the products, and this one will be the props. The props that we are just having here. Product doesn't exist in the type. Product equals the products. And now we don't have any inconvenience what we are bringing it. And here in the shop, we remove what we don't need. We remove what we don't need. And we just will import, in this case, product card. And the product card, in this case, the product card is asking me that I need to type, in this case, to pass the props. Product will be equals to product. And that is what we are saving. We save it the same thing.
So later we are gonna change it to context API, right?
Right now we will connect the context API. Let me turn on the light because I think I am getting into dark. Okay, yeah. This is a very good thing that you told me that. I just submitted, but we just took everything that it was over here. We pass it to the product card. We reuse it. In this case, the type that we had, that in this case was the product, and we use the type product, and we just importing it over here. Now we need to create our context API. In order that the context API is showing us, for example, in the card page, right? Let's do something. Let's create another page. And this page will be called, for example, card.tsx React functional, and we just have this card. In order this to work, we have to extend everything. We go to the app here, and we just call it that a new route that it will build the card. And here we will just get the card that we have to import it. We go here, doesn't exist. Why? Because that's what is inside the header. The header has the menu. Since yesterday that we were able to do it, we added here, we just say card, and we have the card. Extending is very simple. We have it here. I am just, I need just to add some spaces. I will add it to this guy. And here, the card is nothing. The idea that we are the shop, we add, then we go to card, And it's showing me all the products that I have in this case into my shopping cart. The easy way to do that kind of thing is using the context API in this case. And in order to use the context API, what we need to do is we need to create our context. And what is a context? Context is just a wrapper that allow me to get one state that is shared between all the applications that we have. Questions so far?
So, just for example, I create the context API and I'm gonna wrap my the main component, which will contain all other. So can I create other contexts in some children's? Because I'm gonna share his own props. Okay.
As many as you want, there are no limit. You can have context inside context, and there is not a specific way to do it. The only thing that is doing context, let's just say how to draw. Yeah. Just to have some that. Let's say this is your application, and your application has some component, right? Some component, and this we have more components, more components, and more components, and this one has many components, right? Just saying like that. You can have the main context, for example, the main context that is all over here, right? But you can easily have one little context that is just sharing here. And you can have another context. Basically, when it's in the parent, it will go to the children. Here can be another context. Here can be another context, for example. And it's absolutely fine. You can have as many contexts as you need it, as you think. Because the only job of the context is provide access to one state that can be, in this case, shared between another component. You want 300 contexts? I will not suggest it, but absolutely you can do it. Just to an example, let me just say, okay, I don't have access anymore here. But you can have as many as you want. Now, for today, we will just have one, and I will create it here where I have this context, and I will just call it like a shopping cart with the context dot tsx. No more. What do we need? Okay, we need basically three things here from React. We need something from React. From React. Okay, what do I need from React? I need create context. To create the context, I will just use context, right? We need to use context. Use context. Maybe one use a state, right? Okay, that state is where I will just save in my car. First thing that we do. Okay, the first thing that we will create that is our context. Okay, cons, let's say shopping car context will be equal to create context. Create context. And create context is saying, okay, you have to initialize that thing. Majority of time will be an object. Majority of time, because I will need many things. For example, I will need, let's say it something like I don't know, elements or increments ID or whatever. But let's make it so simple right now that we just have the products. We will just have the simple products here. Now what we will do? Now we need to create our context, and we just say export. Let's say it, export cons shopping cart. Is cart with T, right? Is cart. Cart is cart. Sorry for the mistake here. Is cart, because we have the cart, and then this is the cart. This is correct. This is correct. This is cart. Cart will be equal to something. Then we get the children. We get the children. Then those children will return what in this case will return those children. Will return the shopping cart context, dot provider. This has a value. This has a value. For now, doesn't have anything. No, I will just return an object. And the return shopping cart value here. Okay. And I need here, for example, to return the children. Okay. Value. Okay, and I have the children, and I have the children. Something very interesting is, what type do you think are those children?
GSX.
GSX. And in this case, those GSX, also, you can call it, in this case, node, because everything in React is node. Then we just get React node. And we will just create this one. We create the type. The type is type shopping. Type shopping cart will be equal to something that is children, and those children are the type React node. This is a very common stuff. There is nothing extra that we have. There we have it. Type it, any kind of element that you may have it. All the elements are will always be just, in this case, I think just context, we don't need it here for now.
Yeah, do we need to do type for all the props in every component?
The idea is yes,
Okay.
and I would suggest you.
So for the property key, it's gonna be the same as a prop name, right? Okay.
Exactly. Everything that you are passing, remember, everything that you are getting it, and you will transform it to this information. In this case, is needed to have it, in this case, into our system. Now, let's create something very, very, very simple. Nothing complicated. Nothing complicated. Let's just get In this case, here, let's say cons, and I will say cart, let's say shopping cart, and say set shopping cart. Okay. This it will be a use state. A use state will be an array of what? Array of product. Okay. Then we just import type. We just import type product from there, and we already know how we type this one, and we just say it's an array of products. It's an array of products.
I think in the other side.
Yeah, you are right. It's product array. We have it over here. Okay, cool. Now that we have all that information, we can just add this data to the value here and here. Okay, we have it. The value is arriving to the context. Okay, but the context doesn't have anything property. The majority of time, we will also need to type, this context. And how we type the context? As always, type, let's say type shopping cart context will be equal to something. Okay. What do we have in the cards? We will have this one, the shopping cart. We will have the shopping cart. Okay. And the shopping cart is what? It's an array of products. Okay, cool. Okay. And this one is going here. Okay. Now we have one inconvenience. And the first inconvenience is, why set shopping cart is not here? Well, because we didn't type it. We just arrive it. And we say, we want this one. And what is this? Is just a function that returns void. In this case, let me see here. Okay, it's a void. Okay, is the type dispatch. Okay. Is let me just see, is set is open, just give me open car. This one, set shopping cart, is the type dispatch, React dispatch, and basically is this type because it's already arriving here. Okay. Here is okay. What do we have this inconvenience? This inconvenience is because this is empty. There will be times that you will need to trick the compiler like this, because in this case the state has not been created. Then you can say as the shopping cart context, and then the compiler will pass you. What I am doing here, I am doing an override because I am telling React, I know that is empty, but right now think that you have a shopping cart context over there. This is the shopping cart context, but this is the initial one. Or, but this one will give you more problem. You can say here, or an empty object. But this one, it will give you just a lot of problems. Or in this case, undefined. But, or an object. But this one, it will also give you a problem. Then I would suggest you, when you are initializing values and you are sure what you are getting, you just say it, you know, this object is equal to the shopping cart contents. And it's very normal that you are just doing this one. That you are just saying this object is this type. If you like I say vector, from today your name will be Avdi Satarov, right? But actually that is Avdi Satarov is your
Last name.
father name, last name. Yeah. Then, but I just say today you will be like this. This is the only thing that I am doing. This one is this type. I am in this case compelling this object to behave as this one. There is nothing more. Someone will say, Mario, you are not explaining me what you are writing over there. This is just because this is arriving from React. I just arrived here and I took the type of what is giving me and I just copied it. Because this one I am not creating, that is created by React, then I can trust that React that this is like the type that is returned. And our context is complete. We can say it in this moment.
So Mario, our shopping cart is empty, right? We don't have anything.
Oh, 0.
Okay.
And it's going to work right now.
I don't even know where we are gonna send this value.
This is one thing, but the context, the shopping cart context, that is this one has to be the shopping cart context. The shopping cart. How we call it this one? How we call it this one to not to make shopping cart provider. Let's call it shopping cart provider. I think like it make more sense. Shopping cart provider. When we have this shopping cart provider, we have to connect it somewhere, because if we go to our application right now, and we see our component, we have the router, we have everything, we have the location, we have the app, the links. I don't want to see this one. We have the routes, and we have the app, we have the routes. Everything is arriving here with a road provider, and then we have these products and all the cards, right? That is what we have. But we need to have access to that road provider, or to this what we just created, this shopping cart provider. In order to have it where we need it, in this case our application is quite small, we just need it here. Then I just will use it as the main one, and now our context is complete. Now we go here, I will just refresh it just to have it, and here it is. We have the children, and we have one state that doesn't have anything so far at the moment. We just connected. Questions so far?
When we will be adding to the cart. Yeah, I don't remember what we did that. So we're going to push it, or what do we need to do?
Right now, there are different ways that we can do it, but let's
We haven't
let's go on.
implemented that part, right?
No,
Okay.
we will do it. Okay, we will do it right now, and then we have it here. In this case, let's go, and we have the product card. Okay. Then, because we have in this case our product card, product card. We have in this case our product card. Let me just think. We need in this moment, we need to this moment just to have access to our shopping cart context. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Import something. Oh, that in this import something from somewhere. Okay. What I need, I will just close what I don't need so far. And I will go to the context and I will say that I need the shopping cart context. Yes, I need the shopping cart context. I need the shopping cart context. I need the shopping cart.
Um,
I am not exporting it.
Mario, are you so did you make any change in product card now?
No, no,
Oh,
zero.
okay. Okay.
Zero. Look, that is how it was. And now I will just say it. Import. And I will just get the context. The context is shopping cart context. Shopping cart context. And in order to use the shopping cart context, I need to import one hook. In this case, that hook that I need to use it is use context. Import.
No, I was going to say, Mario, that I think we need to implement not in product card, but in card TSX.
No, because first we need to add the products to the context and then we have to read the context.
Oh, okay. When we click add, okay, got it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we are now we're adding to the cart. Okay, with this, yeah.
Vector,
What?
that is what I wanted to avoid.
Yeah, I see.
Where I lost you.
No. I'm following you. I'm fine.
Okay. Then we have the context, and in order to use the context, we use in this case we use context, right? Use context, and we just are importing these two things, and we arrive at, and we just say, okay, cons, and I will need something from something for use context, and I pass the context that I want to connect it, shopping cart context, and here I can have access to those things. I just want set shopping cart. That is the only thing that I needed. I don't want anything else. That is the only thing that I need. Set shopping cart. Set shopping cart, it has the same function that before. Then what I can do, simple. I can just say, oh, set shopping cart have access to the previous state. That means that I could, because that is an array, just get the previous state and I can add my new product. Oh, I think this one. Okay, let me see. It is saying that I need to close it. Okay. Set shopping cart is just a function. Set shopping cart is just this one. Set shopping cart, you have access to the previous state. It's just a callback function. Set shopping cart. You have access to the previous state. If we see it over here, it's an array. Then I create a copy of the previous array and add the new product. and we are all happy. That is just adding that one. Let's see if it's true. I will refresh this stuff. I will add this guy. He's here. I will add this guy. He's there. Look, they are two different. I can even make it smaller and just add like a 1 or 2 things, but it's okay. And I will add this one, saying keyword. Then this one is the keyword. So far, so good, right? I think. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. It looks like you're lifting up, not only.
The lift in the state.
I mean, yeah, I thought we can, when we are using use context, we can just get from context API, but we can just push there, I mean, by using. I said that, no.
No. I really want to understand what
I
you
mean,
mean.
I thought we can only like, we have a state, we can just send the states to children's, but here we can use even that set state and can send it up to that context API component and
Yeah, I mean, you can do everything.
2 ways here.
Think about context API. Just give me something. I will just get something over here. Look, context API is just a box of things that, for example, this box right now, I just have access. But let's say like we are in the same place and we are in the same table, then everybody has access to this box. What I put there or I remove from there is not important because the context is just that. It is just a container where you are adding, removing, tracking things or something. It's like I'm not sure, but maybe at home you have in the entrance of the door, maybe you have a little plate where you put your keys or some coins or things like that. That is your context API. Where are the keys? In this little place. Where are the coins? In that little place. Do you remember where I leave my driver license? In that little place. And that is what I usually do it all the time. That is what you have it. A context is just, it's nothing more than a bag where you are saving stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
But let's imagine, Mario, so I have like this box, like I have a context. I'm
Mhm.
gonna send what I have in context to 3 children's. I wanna share the same thing with them, but one of that children's is changed that context. In this case,
All the other will refresh.
my original was changed, so I'm gonna send a new. Okay, it's
Because in that okay, let's say like this. Let's imagine that these are $200, 100 and 100. It is your example. And they are in the context API, right? And Kai arrive and take $100. Then that means like this $100, they don't exist anymore. Then everything get refreshed. And where are the 100? There are not. Then there is a decision taken. In this case, in your program, what happened with that element doesn't exist? For example, let's say like you have a product and that product is over, then it's just simple remove it. Why? Because it doesn't exist anymore in your context. The idea of React is that state that exists inside your context, if that's changed, all your tree gets shaken. And actually that is one concept that exists in React that is called tree shaking. React. Is tree shaking is using JavaScript for dead code elimination. Like doesn't exist anymore, then we remove it. Like a dead code is in this case doesn't exist anymore into your code. Then those nodes get eliminated by React.
Yeah. I see. So I just a little bit confused when you used use context because I thought in the beginning that we are gonna use that context for all our project. I see we are gonna use only for cart, right? For cart.
Yeah,
Because
I thought we can use like context for displaying all our products and also for displaying what we have in cart, but it's just impossible because we are gonna
why?
mutate. Because I mean, we have something. I mean, if we have all products and I'm gonna use that context with all products to display all my products, I cannot use it for cards because I don't have all items in cart. I have like few of them.
Give me 1 second. Let's
Okay.
modify our code. Let's refactor our code and let's take in consideration your point of view.
Sure.
Okay, there is nothing convenient with that. Let's say that all our code is, if I'm not mistaken, is in shop, right? I am taking this information, right? This is the only thing that I have. What you are telling me is, Mario, I want to have that information, but I want to have it in my context. Sure, not a problem.
Yeah.
I will just arrive it and I will just add it here. Look, I will just put, okay, get me just fetch.
Oh shit.
Yes, or the products. Ah, okay, the products, I will add it here. I will add it here. Ah, and then Mario, what's going on with those products? Okay, these products are the type key products, and they are an array. And what's going on? Let's pass it here. Okay, all cool. Then you have your products into your context. Let's go to the shop. Let's go to the shop. Now I need to get connected to the context. Ah, okay. Let's get connected to the context. Let's get connected to the context. And we just say import use context. Ah, and you know what? I need to get connected to those to this context. Okay, let's import. And what I need this. Maybe the name now will be different. Shopping cart context because the name doesn't fix too good. And I just say a cons something from use context and get it inside the cart context. And you know how I will call this one? Products. And you have absolutely the same thing.
Thank you, Mario. I absolutely forgot that we can.
Mario, what did you move out? Just use state, right? Use state from
Yeah,
the shop to the, okay.
to the context. I just took the products over here. That I tell wherever you want to put inside your box, you just add it. Whatever. Just in what the way. That is why it's so cool in React. I can just change the structure that I created. We are absolutely cool over there. Yeah. That is why ask me wherever you think like it's not clear, tell me. Because look, in 5 minutes we clarify that say. We're just moving the products here and we can even make this one even smaller. Let me
So
just
in this case, Mario, just to clarify, in this
Yeah.
case, we are just getting whatever we need in that component, right? For example, in the product cart component, we only need to use set, right? Set shop.
Yeah.
Because we don't
Yeah.
need product to see there. Yeah. Or to get them. But for example, so if you put in the header, so we want to show the count of how many products are on the cart, then we can get only products and put the products lengths right there, something like that.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
go over
okay.
there.
It-
Let's do it because the project is basically ready. I mean, right now we can start inventing here. Then we are right here and we go to, for example, to the header. Then we have the menu. We just connect it Again, we arrive, and we just do something import, and we just use. Now I want to, after this, I want to change something. I want to get just context from React, and let me just import, in this case, let's say import. And what we are going to put, okay, this like this car shopping context.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just import something from use context that it will be this shopping stuff. And what I need, and because I already forgot it, maybe I can just say, no, shopping cart. Yes, I need a shopping cart because TypeScript is already know what I have over there. And then maybe I can say something called elements in shopping cart. Shopping cart. It will be equal to shopping cart dot length. And because this one I already have it, here I will create like a something like a spam, right? And you can just show it over there. It is 0. I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we can make it more beautiful, like a Reddish with something and blah, 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 but that is what you have it. After that is up to you what you want to do.
Mario, can we later on improve something? I just created something like this with the shop. I had a problem when I wanted to push same items in a cart. I want to display one cart with different quantity. I couldn't do that, like just increase quantity when I'm adding the same item in a cart.
Well, we can do it.
Yeah.
We just need to change what we need to change. I will not do it right now, but I can just do it. For example, here in shopping cart, maybe we don't need an array. What do you think if you create an object? Like for example, the shopping cart element, and this one will be equal to an let's say like a shopping cart element will be equal to quantity, that it will be a number, and later quantity here I have to say type, right, in order to this, and then here you will have something like a product. This product will be the same type product, but now you have quantity. Now instead of having this product, you will have this one. Now inside a shopping cart, you have an array of elements, and every element will have quantity and product. And when you are adding, you are just increasing the quantity if the product already exists into your shopping cart.
No, okay, I didn't get that. Okay, completely.
Okay. Let's see. Right now, we are just adding one product, linear, right? Just product linear. What
Mhm.
is happening in this case, or what we could do is, as I add the product, just let me modify here. We have shopping cart, and let me just, this the product will be shopping cart element. Here, look. Here, and this one, I will have to make a couple of changes. This product card now has a problem. Why? Because this one, this product has to have a product, and you know what? Also need to have a quantity, and the quantity will be equal to 1.
Mm.
Now, if you add it twice, if you add, I will just have to make some modification here. Like for example here. Let me just put it here. Return. And you will have to return here. Let's say I will just do it then. Let's say if we have to search, is previous state dot, and how we find it. Here is a comment a little bit about the logic. If previous state dot, if previous state dot index of, or let's say a previous state dot, what we can do, filter, for example, filter, if exists, then we have product. If product dot, this case filter product
Mhm.
dot ID is equals to product dot, in this case, no, here let's call it like a product in cart, in order to have a different. If product in cart exists, if product dot ID, that means like the element exists into the car, right?
Yeah.
Then we will have to increase it. And if we increase it, what you will increase is the quantity plus 1. If doesn't exist, you will just add it like this.
Mhm.
Sorry for not entering into the logic here. But if we go here, let me show you. We go to the components. Let me just refresh it. And we go to the shopping cart provider. I don't have anything. And I will add cucumber. And if we add the cucumber, I have the product and I have the quantity. And I will add, for example, this new product. Then I have this new product, that is the new product, and it has the quantity, in this case 1. Now that I know that that is working, I have to check. Let me try to do it right now. If Kai doesn't mind that I will be just maybe making a mistake, then I will say previous state dot filter previous state filter like a product in cart. A product in cart, it will be equal product in cart dot product dot ID is equal to product dot ID. That is the one that I just used it here. I think I have, let me see, this one is this one, this one is this one, then this one is closing this one, and then this one has to be closing this one. Then if that exists, then I have to say something like a return previous state dot map, and I will have to modify that in this case card element map card element, and I card element, I say if car element if car element dot product dot id. I think 1 2 3 product dot id, then car element dot quantity plus plus, and I return car element. Okay. Now, I think something like this has to make the trick. Let's see if I am right. I will add the cucumber. Not working. Okay. Okay. Listen. If let me see, return this one, this one, this one, this one. This. Let me just see if I am here. Console.log. I
Yeah.
am here. Here is. Okay, I am there.
I think here's problem because when we are filtering, we are trying to compare by IDs, but we don't have anything. We can't compare with nothing.
Okay, then that is a very good point. What do you think if we say it something like this? When we add it, what I remove it, just let me see. I will do like this. If previous state dot no. Okay. Okay. Here is already logical stuff. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, we have the previous state. If it's filtered, it will not do anything. Here, for example, if filter car product car ID, product ID is equal to ID. This is product in car. That is the previous state.
Is
Then,
empty.
yes, if it's empty, but okay, set shopping cart. This one has to be closed in here. This is completely correct. Then it's entered. If previous step filter product in car. Product in car. I think I don't need to pass this one. I don't need this bracket. Okay. Component. I will just add this one. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
we need to filter and do all our stuffs with products firstly.
Why? Because what we need to check if
Uh-huh.
the product that I clicked,
Inside.
exists.
Yeah.
Then let's say console.log, and here I am saying the product, right? This is the first thing that I have it. Here is the product. Okay. Let's go here and I click it. That is the product. The product has an ID. That is this product ID that I have here. And then I am saying set the state. Okay. Then semi-console log. And I will just say previous state. Yeah. Let's go here and I add previous state is empty. Okay. Previous state is empty. Then let me say previous state and previous state dot length exists and this one. Okay. Then let me see here. I just want to add this one and I have it. Okay. Right now, the previous state exists. One problem out. Now I have a previous state. Let me add a second product here. Let me just add it here. Let's refresh it. We added this one. All cool. I said, let's go with the second. We are saying if previous state is previous and okay, now it has length. Now we say previous state filter something something dot length, because we need that this one is true. Get the product in car and the product in car is equals to this one. Okay. Let me just go. I add this one. I add one. This one. I added two. I have the two elements, right? Why? Because filter return me another array. And an object will never be empty. Then I need to check if I have a length. If I have a length, but right now it's 0 is 0. Now let's try to add. We have two elements. We have this product that is tomato with the category 1. Let's see if we add the tomatoes here. This one doesn't have to change. And we have quantity 3. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We don't have anything. We add tomatoes. Quantity 1. Now I add another tomato. Say it quantity 3. But we are in this case close by. We have here car element quantity equal to quantity. And here we are returning the previous state, in this case, with just a copy. Okay. We add 1. And here we have 1. 5, 7, 9,
It's
11. It's added twice.
something with the
Mario, is it
technology.
not because we have like in index something to repeat it? We are running twice. Maybe it's the reason. We covered our FJS in something I forgot. Script mode or
Do you think? Oh, yeah, I understand what you say. Strict mode.
strict mode. But I'm not sure. Yeah. Sometimes
But it makes, could be. But let's remove it. I don't think it's that. But if it's that, 10 points for you. Okay. Context provider. Okay. And no, it's not a shopping provider, right? We have 1, quantity 1. Okay, you were right.
Yeah,
But-
good call, Victoria.
no, I still can understand it's just for checking something, but it's so break
Annoying.
code. It's
Yeah, you were right. Honestly, I will never think about it. Okay, now, first thing that I don't like here. If we see here this product, this logic that is here sucks. I will just, yeah, this logic that is here, I will take it out. I will basically take everything that you are see here. Where does me see here, here, right? I will take all this logic, all this thing. I will take it to a function like a very bad check if already exists in card. And it will get something here. And it will do something. And it will be doing this one. And it will get a previous state. And it will get, in this case, a previous state. Then this one here will be like something like this. And it will get the previous state. And I will even make it smaller, this previous state, the shopping cart element array. The shopping cart, okay. We can just pass it here, maybe something. The shopping cart element. Well, I will don't break my head right now. Sorry, Vector. You take it out because it's looking awful, honestly, here. I hate to have this logic. All this logic that is here from here. From this if till here, this has to be out. All this logic we have to put it somewhere because it's making like a very complex our system to even to read it.
I think it
Because-
would be easier for you if we like had the quantity property in original data just to increase in the original, and yeah, we could just display that data in our card without adding new property like quantity.
Okay, cool.
We should have
I can ask you I can ask you something. How we can do that?
we can do it with our hands.
How?
So oh, just here in type.
Yeah. What do you think like a weird you can say map and you know we can say product and you know what it will do it because product is an object, right? Then you can say something like this. I am just saying the
Yeah.
product and you add quantity.
Yeah.
Something, yeah. And here is saying that you cannot find the name quantity. Let me see, products is an array of products. And here you have quantity, in this case, number. And we have it over here because products map, and we just say product equals to, we have an object, we just say product. Let me just see, products is an array, products. And here in this case, we just say quantity, quantity 0. Product is correct. I mean, like, I think like
Why we are putting quantity here in product?
not needed is vector. Would you mind to?
Yeah, we instead of creating new property to cart, we can just add this property to original our. I mean, we have a lot of properties in our products. Each product has a ID, title, price. I just want to add one more property as quantity to increase it if I will have more than one same item. when
But
I
what is
Oh.
the
Oh, okay. This is quantity. How many quantity of these products we have?
yeah, if I will have a same, I just want to increase this property in my original
Okay. got
data
it.
and just display in a card how
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yes, but you both are talking about different things. And I will tell you why. Because Kai is talking about the quantity of product that exists, for example, in a shop, right? In a physical shop, how many products exist? And you are talking about the card. Then I think, and this is my opinion, that it's better in the context, in the card, add the quantity here. It's better to add it here than add it in the product itself. Why? Because the product itself, if you add the quantity over there, and you add the quantity in the product, you are taking, let's say like a exist Vector magazine. In Vector magazine, there are 10 milk boxes, right? But that is the amount of boxes that you have. But Mario arrived, and I have my shopping cart, and I just get 2 boxes. But what we are defining that, I think like they are 2 different properties. If we add it in the product and if we add it in the element that exists in the shopping cart vector. I think it's not a good idea to add it directed into the product because that is like the amount of product that exists in the shop, not the amount of product that the customer is buying. I
Yeah,
don't know if that makes sense.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Then that's it. Well, I will give you some homework if you want to do it. I would like you to display that data here and create something that you can delete the products from the shopping cart. It will be just a button, and that button will modify, in this case, that product will modify the shopping cart context, something over here. This like a set product in Shopify. You can filter like if you can remove one or you can remove all the products into your shopping cart. But it's just about to modify the data, nothing absolutely anything extra.
Do we need to change API or only in UI? Okay.
Just in UI. No, the API, you don't need to do anything. The only thing is 2 things I would like you to do it, just to practice. First one, in the cart, show all the product that exists in the cart and add one extra button. For example, here in shop, we have this add to cart. Maybe you have remove from cart, but you just filter, right? I don't want it. Or as a vector aspect here, we added this product and I can add here like a lot of elements, right? I have 16 elements. I add this one. Now this has just one, but I will add more. And you can just remove one, add one, 2 buttons, like a remove one, add one, and it removed from the shopping cart. That is just a simple counter, right? Just 3 elements of counter.
Okay.
Yeah. I will send you this code maybe
That would be
tomorrow.
helpful. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no rush, but would be nice to, yeah, especially this. For me, it's the type kind of things. What?
Yeah. And another thing is like, don't get used to do this one. Honestly, I am a little bit tired, but this one has to go out. Honestly, this part that you are seeing here, all this code has to go out. Or here, or like, or you can have something in the utilities, like a saving or something. But this logic is not that big, but may confuse it to read it. You can just pass it, for example, did set a state, maybe you this previous state, we can pass it to a function, and the function calculate everything, and you here you will just have something like calculate calculate new card. Like calculate new card, you pass the previous state and the element that you are looking for, and that's all, no more. All this logic that you are seeing here, all this logic that you have to be seeing here, all this thing can be removed and create something like a function. Let me just remove, I think is from here to here. And something like a update card. And here, this update card, you press the previous state and you have the product. I see something like that. And this update card can even be here in the shopping. I think here would be better to add it, like something like cons update card will be equals to something that you have it here, and you can have this previous state and product. Something like this that you can have. Then this use state, you can even use it here. Look, you can just add it here. As you are seeing, like maybe it's not even necessary to use this this shopping set shopping cart here. Maybe you just need to create something that is an update shopping cart, and all the logic of updating the shopping cart maybe is here. Could be an option. I mean, like those are things like you sit and make it clear. That's it. I think for today, guys, we'll stop it here. And next class, we will talk about something different, about GraphQL. And if goes well, then next Saturday we continue with our algorithm stuff. Questions so far?
So yeah, Mario, what about the that unit testing and the React library testing and stuff?
I can take it. I can take it. I don't have any inconvenience with that. But if I am not mistaken, is not into my realm. Is suppose that someone else will show you. Just give me 1 second. Here, kind of back, suppose 27 it will be. There are 2 classes about it, here and here. Suppose that I don't have to do it, but in case after those classes, if you still have some question, you have mock interviews, and instead of having mock interviews, I can just go over unit testing or whatever, just in case. If someone write to my class, because every day I see that nobody. Hey, come on. Hey, first one, thank you so much for taking time and arriving. For me, is important. I mean, for everybody, like talking, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was good to see this type how to implement it into this.
Yeah, it's not actually so simple, so easy. It's really hard for me because sometimes you are using different syntax for typing